There was an article written by an individual. Some Twitch viewers say they're hooked on crypto gambling after watching their favorite streamers bet live on Twitch as part of a lucrative sponsorship deal. One fan says he became addicted, declared bankruptcy. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody got it twisted. I think that anybody who watches a gambling stream and they start gambling because of the gambling stream, I think they're dumb. I do. I think they're an idiot. I don't think that they should have gambling streams on Twitch, though. Like, I've made this very clear. I will make it clear once more. I do not think that there should be any gambling streams on Twitch. I think that just for a functional reason, it opens Twitch up to a lot of liability. It adds in a level of, like you have morality clauses in contracts where, you tell people that like their advertisements won't be shown next to usually gratuitous violence, pornography, or drugs or alcohol or gambling, right? These are generally the top four, and like you can have like maybe like like racism and shit like that too, as like a fifth as well recently. But in general, this is a contract that you sign with pretty much any type of sponsor. Is that you're not going to put them in a bad light. It's very simple. I don't know how Coca-Cola would feel whenever they find out that their ads, or Chevy or Ford or any of these companies would feel if they found out that their ads were just being put on unregulated gambling streams that are being advertised towards kids. No, you're right. I don't think putting 18 plus in the title makes it to where kids don't watch. They tried that with porn websites. It didn't work with me. Did it work with you? I didn't think so. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the article. Anoretic chatbot didn't start gambling until he saw his favorite streamers do it online. He was watching XQC, live streaming site, 2021, some of his streams, playing something else, online blackjack. Chatbot said, saw him post a promotional code for a site called stake.com, which bills itself as the leading online crypto casino. On Stake and sites like it, users can exchange money for cryptocurrencies, which they can use to wager on various games of chance, including slots, blackjack, and roulette. Now, I do think that gambling does exist on a spectrum. However, I think that slots is pure gambling. Blackjack is almost pure gambling. Poker is not pure gambling. Poker is not really gambling in that sense. You can gamble money on anything. You can make sports bets on anything. Is sports gambling? No, it's not, but betting on sports is. And so, like, yeah, blackjack's not though. Exactly. And so, like, if blackjack wasn't gambling, if blackjack was fundamental gambling, they wouldn't kick you out of a casino for counting cards. Just think about it logically, right? Like, they don't, like, that just makes sense. Yeah, they wouldn't kick you out. So obviously it works. Obviously counting cards works, so they wouldn't kick you out for it. So anyway, after a couple months, he said, so this is really what happens. Redeemed the offer and dove into the slot scene on Stake. And so at first, he enjoyed making bets repeatedly for the equivalent of $1. Then things went downhill. I just started losing and losing. Who could have possibly predicted such a thing? Who could have possibly imagined that this would be the case? Here, let me give you a little bit of life advice, okay? It doesn't matter how much money you start with whenever you're playing a slot machine. If you play it long enough, the ending amount of money that you will turn out with is $0. It's only a matter of when. Never forget that. Never forget that. You see, think about all the people that lose money. It's like if it's gambling, but the same machines never go away. It's not like the machine ever loses. Like, well, what's going on here? Well, I could pretty much fucking guess what I think is going on here. I think it's rigged. Yeah, I think it's fucking rigged. Imagine that. What? Wouldn't you lose money? Well, if you have negative money, you can't gamble negative money. I mean, it's just common sense. Anyway, so let me go back over. I'm going to look at the rest of this. After a couple of months, he says he drained his life savings of about $40,000. And then he says he took out two $20,000, 20,000 bank loans and burned through the money too. Eventually, he had to declare bankruptcy. Wow. So this is a total of a minus $80,000 because he took out 220,000, right? So it's, 220, and then you have interest and, everything else like that too. And so this guy spent $80,000 and, you could say he got it twisted. And he certainly fucking did. And it's just, how does this happen? It happens whenever somebody with an addictive personality and a little and not enough self-control, and they don't know themselves well enough, they make a decision that's bad for themselves. And that's exactly what this guy did. I think that this is a person probably knew that they had some degree of an addictive personality, and whenever they did that, they just didn't really take into consideration the fact that that could have a negative impact on their life. And so they just fucking went over and did this, and here we are. That's why I don't gamble or drink at all. Yes, I don't gamble or drink at all either. I do not do any drugs. I have a prescription drug, but that's about it. And that's it. I don't do any illegal drugs. One more spin and I'll break even. Yeah, exactly. How the fuck does Banksy do that $60K and give him more money? How the fuck did they expect him to give it back? Elsers. One word. Insurance. So anyway, or you write it off as a loss, and then you claim it on your insurance, and it's okay. Yeah, they repossess the shit. The odds are somebody who's 26 doesn't have any shit that you can repossess. The truth is they never have any real sort of, it's hard to garnish somebody's wages if they declare bankruptcy. They probably don't have a lot of assets that they can use as collateral. You're probably not going to be able to get anything out of them. Trust me, I had a friend of mine, it was actually Zach, I don't know if Zach's here, He owed like a bunch of money on an apartment, and the money went to a debt collection agency. And so they would call us all the time. This is like 10 years ago. They would call us all the time about this fucking money. And, he'd pick up the phone. He'd be like, hello. And I'm like, is this Zach? And then, he's like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, well, this is Sheila from debt collection agency, AAA debt collection agency. He's like, and Zach's like, oh, sorry. Did I say Zach? I meant Count Chocula. Sorry, Zach's not here. Yeah, I'll let him know that you called, okay? Yeah, I gotta go. All right, bye. Yeah, Count Chocula strikes again. There it is. And so this has happened from the office. No, we were driving to Jack in the Box whenever this happened. And we're gonna get some food. That's what these companies do, right? Is they send it off to a third-party debt collector, write it off in their taxes, claim it on insurance, and then they're fucking down the road. And next thing you know, you have 11% inflation. And so he's not the only one. Oh, here we go. He's not the only one to go all in. These days, slots is the 7th most popular content category on Twitch, ahead of the video game Fortnite. Many streamers are paid handsomely to take part in this activity. One popular streamer said he makes much more than $1 million a month as part of his sponsorship with stake and crypto gamble in front of live audiences on Twitch. That's crazy. That is a lot of fucking money. In May, XQC said the promotion code he shared on Twitch brought in 119 million on stake. As far as I know, this is not technically true. This is the amount of money that he wagered on the website in that month. So that would be like, let's say you gamble $10,000 and you lose $1,000. You gamble $10,000 again. You just gambled effectively like $119,000, right? So you can see if you go back and forth on this over and over and over, how you can get to that number. It's probably not that hard to get to that number, especially because he's gambling big amounts of money. And so, yeah, sure, that's fine. Stake, which operates under a gaming license in Curaçao. Curaçao is, basically what they did with Stake is that they thought that we're going to, I don't even know if this is a real place. If somebody told me Curaçao is, actually it's a moon of Saturn, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, true. I have no idea. What the fuck is Curaçao? That was the solution, right? It's like you pick a place, and the government doesn't know where it is, so they can never get you. Problem solved. Thought it was a city? Yeah, I have no idea. Curaçao. Is it Curaçao? Probably it is Curaçao. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm an American, so I don't know anything about anything that's outside of the greatest country in the world, Texas. Crypto gambling is legal in the U.S., though it's permitted in other countries. People use a VPN, of course. Canada has been welcoming crypto operators, potentially contributing to why some streamers moved there. Wow, who would have ever guessed that? A stake spokesperson says it has implemented a stringent compliant process that prevents people from using VPNs or depositing funds in countries where it's not allowed. Well, thank God for that. I'm sure it's working very well. Apparently, it already worked for that guy up there. Stake adds that it uses a number of measures to address at-risk gambling behavior, such as including free gambling blocking software for its users. Yes, I think that they do have measures to detect people that have gambling behavior. Measures like calling them VIPs and giving them extra free spins. Because if you make them lose too much, and you know that this guy's high off his fucking rocker, right? This guy's fucking addicted to gambling. He's losing all his fucking money. Well, you can't let him completely go broke. You gotta give him like $70 at the end of the night. That way, you know, he goes home a winner, even though he lost $2,000. And so that's how it works. Yeah, you give them free drinks. That's how they use a number of measures to address risk gambling behavior, and the measures are then used to give that person free drinks so they stay around and get more of their money. That's just, they didn't include that part in this, but this is, I'm sure, very true. Stake takes its regulatory obligations extremely seriously and complies with all applicable laws. Really? I thought that they were going to say that they hate the law and they're not going to comply with anything. Yeah, of course they're going to say this. Wow, what a surprise. Gambling may not be a feature on Twitch forever. A Twitch spokesperson said the company is currently in the midst of a deep dive looking into gambling behavior on Twitch. No, you're fucking not, you lying piece of shit. What the fuck are you talking about? You're in the midst of a deep dive into it. Get the fuck out of here. The only time that you're going to be in the midst of a deep dive is if advertisers pull out. This has been happening for years and you didn't care, and you don't care now either. You don't give a fuck. You didn't care if people used the N-word or the F-word either. You just stopped doing that whenever companies stopped paying you. I'll believe this if they do this before it's a response to advertisers pulling out. Until then, they're fucking lying. Because the truth is that they make money by selling their analytics of a lot of, like, for example, like if you take slots out of the category right now, it's going to lower the total analytics on Twitch, right? You're not going to have those gambling streams on Twitch anymore. So all of those people are not going to just go and watch other streams instead. They might go to other platforms, or they might watch something else instead on another platform. So what does that do? Well, that causes Twitch to lose money. Lose money in the abstract. Lose money in the abstract of the amount of the amount of time that people spend on the website is a valuable asset to advertisers. So if that amount of time goes down, then the value of Twitch to the advertiser goes down as well. So that's why it's in Twitch's best interest. Even if they're not running ads on the platform, they are still lying if they're going to tell you that it's of no benefit to them. It absolutely is. So anyway, let's go back over here. Finland just banned slot streams beginning of this year. Well, I have no idea what Finland did. That's probably a good thing. Anyway, so let's see here. While gambling content represents a very small fraction of content streams on Twitch, we monitor it closely to ensure our approach mitigates potential harm to our global community. You monitor it closely. They lying. They lie. Why are you always lying? Why are you always lying? What is it? Why do they just say shit that's not true? Stop the cap. Yeah, true. It's just such bullshit. Like, who the fuck sits here and listens to this and believes it? I can't believe it. Why we all know you are. It's not just gamers getting on the action. Rapper Drake, who's Canadian, earned a partnership on Stake, starting with a $9 million balance. That's a lot of fucking money. And all the celebrity endorsements and sponsored streams appear to be working as intended. Of course they are, man. Driving Twitch users to crypto casinos. Vibhav Kumar, Mr. Kumar, a 25-year-old native of India, began crypto gambling in 2020 after seeing the girlfriend of his favorite League of Legends streamer making some bets live on Twitch. Now he logs onto Stake 4 to 5 times a week, betting $20 to $200. Well, that's okay because he's a simp and a coomer, so it's all right for him to lose his money, right, guys? Yeah, I think that's how it works. For a while, Kumar primarily watched streamers who were sponsored by Stake until he says it dawned on him that their losses were being counterbalanced by lucrative promotional deals. By contrast, his own losses were being offset by nothing. Kumar had a wake-up call. Kumar said, hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a sec. I'm seeing things in a different light. You know, post-knuckler. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it suddenly grew the eyes. Yeah, he thought about that. Exactly, not the sharpest tool. Well, he's sharper than the first guy, I'll tell you that. He said it also gave viewers a false sense of winning and losing. Well, of course it gives you a false sense of winning and losing. What do you think? They want to show people losing? No. They want to show people winning. Why? Because that gets more people to try to bet money. What the fuck do you expect? For some young gamers, the on-ramp to crypto casinos can be traced back several years of betting that flourished about top website gambling, virtual goods, CSGO, the crate unboxings. Let's see here. Although crypto gambling has been a heavy presence on Twitch for over a year, it's now attracting more viewers and more controversy than ever. That's true. Let's see here. Is this Aiden Ross? Oh no, that's just something else like that. I'm pretty sure. Jakub, who has not shared his last name, said that whenever he was 13, he went on sites and won a $200 knife. He was too young to withdraw the money and properly gambled it away. Smart. Eventually the site he was using morphed into a crypto casino. That's right. So like, that's actually really smart of them to do, right? Because you start it as a Chuck E. Cheese and then you turn it into a casino. So the kids that came in and they were looking to play Jurassic Park, Gauntlet, like maybe the little basketball hoop thing, they come in one day and all the old machines are gone and now there's new machines, and the new machines, you don't get a teddy bear anymore, you just lose your car. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? That's smart. Let's see here. And Matthew Renato, also known as Mizkif, another top Twitch personality, who became known through his entertaining World of Warcraft live streams. Well, this is inaccurate. Very inaccurate. They weren't entertained. That they were offered $19 million a year to gamble live on Twitch in front of his enormous audience. And although Renato has been gambled on Twitch in the past, he now believes it is morally questionable to do so. Last year, Renato saw one of his fans, who was 14 at the time, gambling on a site that he had promoted. Yeah, that's right. Well, what she forgot to include into this context is that Mizkif was at Lifetime Fitness whenever he heard about the kid gambling on Stake. Listen, man. If this kid can afford to be at Lifetime Fitness at 14 years old, his parents can afford to pay the bill. Okay? If you've ever been to Lifetime Fitness, this shit is like fucking $90 a month. It's $90 a month. Like, he doesn't even need to worry about it. Like, he's the only one that it's okay to gamble with, right? Yeah, $150 a month to go to a gym. Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, $250 a month here? Yeah, fucking inflation. Thanks, Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Wow. I'm gonna spend $100 to buy a hamburger soon. That's good for a gem. A gem's like $30 here. Yeah, true. Let's see. I stopped because I felt genuinely bad. Some video game streamers have described themselves as addicted, have shifted their gambling habit to the hours of the day whenever they're not performing in front of an audience. May admit lost. Lost $1 million in a month. It is what it is, right? I go out of my way to tell you not to do it. I do it because I can afford it. I enjoy it. I think it's content. I don't really know why this is some sort of, it's troubling. Such sites losing celebrities and platforms that are geared towards younger people to attract customers. Approximately 75% of Twitch users are between the ages of 16 and 34. I mean, that's a very tremendous difference, right? I mean, like, if you're talking about, like, people that are 21 to 34, like, younger people is, that of course, that's a very broad brush. But, okay. Let's see here. Streamers are going to gamble 12, 14, 16, 22, or 38. I wonder why they put 38. I wonder who they put 38 hours a day for. Yeah, I wonder who that was. So here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you tell people not to gamble, because if telling people not to gamble was actually working, they would stop paying you for doing it. These companies are not indebted to anybody. They don't care about anybody because they make their living off the backs of ruining people's lives. There's no honor among this. There's no loyalty or anything like that. They'll sell you out for a bag of corn chips. They'll sell your soul to the devil. They don't care about any of that. They're just going to make money off of it, and that's all it is. So I think that these companies are just doing it because they can make money, and if telling people not to gamble actually worked, then they would stop paying people that told people not to gamble. Well, how do I know that? Well, it's because every other sponsorship. Like, imagine if I did a sponsorship and I was like, yeah, so this game sucks. It's the worst. Don't buy this game. Do not buy this game. Do not play this fucking game. Don't play this game. Can you imagine them sponsoring me the second time? No. Come on. Call it what it is. I fully support anybody who wants to take advantage of gambling on Twitch, because all they're doing is acting in their own self-interest. It should be Twitch's responsibility to deal with this. I do not put any responsibility on the content creators, because the moment that you bully one content creator out of gambling, 3 more take their place. You're infinitely cutting heads off of an infinitely head regrowing hydra. It will never go away. It will never stop unless you fucking stop it at the source. And that's what it is. So I don't support any harassment or negativity brought towards any of these content creators for gambling on the website. In fact, pretty much all of them are my friends. Those are my boys, you know? So like I'm not against them. They're just doing what they can do. It's like, hey, I like gambling. I get paid a bunch of money. It is what it is. You know, like I think that's fine. But it's Twitch that's taking the L on this. It's Twitch. Yeah, it's a law issue. Yeah, it's a law issue. I mean, like, there's plenty of people that, like, fucking do weird shit to try to make money and save money on taxes and other stuff like that. It's like if you had an accountant that told you, like, oh, yeah, like, I can fucking, help you save $1,000 on your taxes. It's, a little bit of a gray area, but I'll let it happen. And most people would probably say, yeah, of course I want to save $1,000. So people that want to make an extra $1,000 or maybe just $1 million, a few $1 million, I don't see how that would be any different. So people are going to do that for any reason that they can, and I think that the moment that you believe or you expect people to not act in self-interest is the moment that you depart from reality. And so, yeah, that's what it comes down to. People are allowed to do anything that's not prohibited by law. Exactly. And so that's what they're doing here, and that's just what makes sense. And so that's where we're at. Gambling on Twitch has, been a big thing for a long time, and I don't really see this changing a whole lot. But, good on Cecilia for, doing some research on this, doing some actual, I know it might sound crazy, doing some actual journalism on the topic. And, she's written articles about this topic before in the past, and so this is, I think, the third or fourth article that's been written about it. So, W there. And I just certainly hope that... I certainly hope that there'll be a resolution to this, because I can see this being a massive fucking, like, just a massive blow up. As soon as it goes, like, somebody kills themselves publicly or anything like this happens and it finds out that, like, it was on Twitch, they were gambling on Twitch. Like, I could see this being a big fucking thing, right? And people do, by the way. If you're advertising gambling, you are just playing the odds. If you're So what are the odds that somebody gets addicted to gambling? All right, well, let's think about this, right? So somebody, okay. Let's say out of 1,000 people that you have watching your stream, let's say 5,000. 5,000. 5,000 people you have watching your stream. 1,000 or 500 of them, 10%, try gambling on stake. And then of the 10% that's try gambling on stake, let's say 10% of that 10%, 50 of them get addicted to it. And then out of the 50 of them that get addicted, 10% of that 10%. So now we're in, again, like this is like a 1 in like 2,000 situation here. Get so addicted that they lose all of their money. And I think out of that 5, probably one of them might kill themselves. So you got 10,000 viewers, 30,000, 50,000 viewers. You just do the math. How many people are you farming today? How many souls shall we claim? That's just the facts. That's okay, bro. No, but that's what it is. But that's what it is. See, the thing is, like, if you pretend that it's not real, and this is what people do, is they pacify and placate themselves with these pleasant, happy little euphemisms. Oh, well, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. No. No, you're killing people. You're killing people, and it's a blood for the blood god, right? If you want to, you don't even have to admit it. At least admit it to yourself. At least admit it to yourself. I'm selling their soul to the fucking devil so I can get a lot of money. And if you want to do that, you want to get a lot of money, go ahead. Go ahead. It's legal. Do whatever you want. But all I'm saying is that I don't think it should be on Twitch. That's it. I bet the streamer knows. They just don't want to stay on the stream. It is not a pleasant thing. It is not going to go well on, like, live stream fails. If you say that I have averaged out that I kill 8 of my viewers a year. Like, if you framed it in that way, I think that a lot of people would have a problem with that. They would be like, well, I mean, that sounds kind of bad. Right? Yeah, it's a bummer. You know what I mean? It's a bummer. No gun involved. Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, I'd have to admit I do it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of people that would do it, right? If you can push a button and it kills another person on another part of the world, and you're never going to see him again. It just instantly fucking kills them, but it gives you $1 million. I think most people would push the button. That's a fact. And so what's the surprise? People are going to do this. But just don't ever forget that that's what it is. Weird take, to be honest. What is weird about my take? 24/7, I want to hear what is weird about my take. What part of it is weird? I think that what's weird to you is that this is the first fucking time that you've ever heard the real truth. You're talking about, you've been sitting in these placated fucking realities where everything is just pacified and no, that's what it really is. That's the real life. Go ahead, tell me what's weird. It's not weird. Yeah, what's weird about it? What's weird? What's weird? Wrong channel, sorry, Asma. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You're good. It's a sad reality. It's a reality check. Yeah, he says it's the wrong channel. Drunk drivers kill more people, fight against alcohol. Okay. All right. I'm going to come out. I'm going to say it. I think that driving drunk should be illegal. Yep. I think they should just say, if you're driving drunk, that should be illegal. Should make it against the law. You shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, I went there. What's the next step, Asmon? Oh, right. Next step is, a big brother. You have a police officer that lives in your home in case you have any conversations that might offend the government. Yeah, that's the next step, right, guys? Yeah, I thought drunk driving was illegal, though. I mean, you're claustrophobic racist. Yeah, exactly. You crossed the fucking line. Yeah, I know. I used to think you were a base, bro. Drunk driving is a form of gambling? Yeah. Streaming Diablo Immortal legal? Technically, it's worse than gambling since you never see your money back. I think that never being able to see your money back actually makes it better than gambling, because you can never, there is never a situation that you can go into Diablo Immortal or any video game and think that you will do anything else besides waste your money. There is never a condition and a hope that you can ever recoup that money in any capacity. And I think that makes it better. But think about it like this. It's the difference between getting kicked in the face and getting kicked in the dick. They both suck, but, you know, one of them's a little bit worse than the other. All right. Any more conversations about this? Or are we going to move on in just a couple of minutes? It's like a tag machine from the movie Alien vs. Predator. Whoever wins, you lose. Yeah, it's about right. Investing in CSGO skins. Listen, people are dumb. They're going to do what they're going to do. There should be no illegal drugs or activities to partake in as long as it's not hurting others. People can make their own choices. Yeah, but, like, don't you think it's kind of a bad idea to, like, so, for example, it's like if you have something that ruins people's lives at a rate of, like, every 3 in 5 people that take this die, like, at what point should you probably, you know, maybe, potentially think about the possibility of perhaps, you know, maybe getting rid of it? Well, I don't know.